Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jeff here with Automotive Enthusiast Society, and today we're going to be talking about the 2016 Kia Soul. So, this is a super interesting car. First off, this is my brother's car, and this is the base model. This is the cheapest Kia Soul that you can buy. This is a 6-speed manual with, I believe it's a 1.6 liter engine, naturally aspirated, surprisingly. And yeah, so let's get into it, and we're going to start to talk about like everything that's in it and why you need a Kia Soul. So first we'll just start with a quick sort of walk around. You got your awesome sand dollar wheels, gas cap, everything. The nice part about this is the gas cap's actually locking. You have to release it from the inside. So that's super nice. It's nice to have a locking gas cap because you never know what could happen. This one comes with the plastic bumpers, reflectors. You can see all the stuff there regarding that. Wheels again, more plastic. Mirrors can be adjusted themselves. Plastic, lots of dead butterflies, and then everything like that. So you can see that this car doesn't need a whole lot of air. Just by the way that this is plastic, it gets all the air from under there. So we'll go ahead and pop the hood, and then you guys will be able to take a look at what that looks like. Alright, so you can see there's not a whole lot going on in here. There's actually a lot of space. You can imagine that with the other engine options, this would come up quite a ways. And you can see that there's a lot of room in here, especially right here above the engine mounts. So what they could have done is they really could have just added a turbo, which they did with some of the later models. Oh, that be in there. And now you can get the Kia Turbo S, which is the reason that you would buy that if you really wanted a sportier version of the Kia Soul. Now, given that this one's a few years old, you should take everything with a bit of a grain of salt. You can see how tiny the battery is. Yeah, it's a little baby. It's almost like a 151R size. And then your tiny, cute little air filter, coolant. You can see it's a transverse mounted engine, so all of your accessories are going to be over here on the side. All right, let's get into some of the other basic stuff. Opening up the hood here, you can see we have a wheel back here. So this wheel is actually damaged. It's got, you can tell a lot of the scuffs and damaging when it went into the curb, and it's also got it's slightly uneven, so you can't actually fit a tire on there. It's a little bit wobbly, so it won't ever align quite right, but you can see what I'm sort of talking about when I say the sand dollar shape. Cool fact about these wheels, so this wheel is actually aluminum. And now that might sound weird for a base model Kia Soul. You're like, well, that's weird. Why would they spend money making it a lightweight vehicle and all that? Well, that's because this is all about fuel economy. So getting this wheel out of the way here, you come to the back hatch, open this little thing up, and you'll see there's no spare tire there. Instead, you got your emergency water bottles, and then you have these here. You have this kit, and then this fuel, of course. And so what these are in case you ever have a flat tire. So the idea is not you put on your spare tire, because that would weigh too much. You instead inflate this goo into it, and this goo is going to get you to wherever you can to either buy a new tire or fix the current one. So the Kia Soul is all about saving weight, so it doesn't have a spare tire. You can buy one, but it adds an extra, whatever it is. Our aluminum wheels are really not that heavy. Probably 20-25 pounds, maybe 30 or somewhere around there. They're fairly heavy, but they are aluminum, so there is that advantage to it. They're about $400 a piece if you ask the dealer, so that is a pretty price to pay for a broken wheel. So we have that one just sort of as a scar of what happened to this car. This color is called Alien Green, I believe, and it's actually the cheapest color that Kia will sell you. So as I said, this is plastic everything. Being the base model manual, took off another $1,000. You can even see with the interior, nothing special going on here. Everything's plastic, super basic. That's the back seat. And then here, the front seat. So I like that how they did that. That's a neat touch. You have actually a pretty decent stereo system in here. This thing can bump if it wants to. But again, everything's plastic. Even the steering wheel is plastic. So on some of those longer road trips, it's not as fun to drive just because you have to deal with some of that boring stuff. But all in all, it's not a bad car, and it's definitely one of the best bang for your buck options that you can get. So if you're just looking for a car that is, I guess, somewhat fun to drive, being that it is almost like a little hot hatch type thing, because it's not quite big enough to be an SUV, but it's a little bit bigger than, like, let's say a Volkswagen GTI or even like a Honda Civic, for example. So it's a little bit different in that sense, but it's still a lot of fun to drive. So we'll go ahead and hop in, and we'll do like a little mini pull so you can sort of see what it's like. But again, if you wanted that, you should really get the Turbo S version. Listen to this door close. So, and then we'll listen to this door close here. That is a very solid sounding door close that you would expect from like even higher quality cars than this. And at this price range, you really can't get much better than that. But we are now inside the car, and we're gonna go ahead and start it up here. So you have to actually depress the clutch all the way in for it to start, and starts right up like that. Display here, you can see you have your range at the top there. You have the outside temperature, and then your mileage, and of course your speedometer in the center, RPMs to your left, and then your temp and fuel gauge to your right there. So over here, this stick is your turn signal, your lights and everything. Then of course you have your wipers and all of that. This is the mode I was talking about. You can see that we can go through the different modes here. You can see right now we're in sport, then we have comfort, normal, and then back to sport. So it comes with the Bluetooth hands-free features, and of course it comes with a very primitive radio. This might change with some of the newer vehicles, and of course you can always upgrade as well. It's fairly straightforward, but of course this being the base model, you get what you get with it, and you can't really complain too much there. So we're gonna go ahead and hop on the road here. We'll do a pull, and then you can sort of hear it and see what it sounds like and all that good stuff. Getting on the straight. Yep, very gutless, not that impressive. Still going. Almost up to the speed limit. Ah, there we go. So as you can see, really not anything impressive. It's definitely a gutless wonder. But again, it can be kind of fun, you know, when you get in like your little driving mood and you're doing your swerves and everything, you're going through it. It's kind of a fun car. So just something to keep in mind, you know, it's super affordable. Again, just a great all-around little car. Not the fastest ever, but that's what they made the Turbo S for. So again, something to keep in mind. So go get that one if you want the sporty one. So guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And then of course, I will see you guys next time.